Welcome in biology class. We will continue chapter 3. Today we are going to discuss history of classification in detail. Learning objectives of this lesson are as follows. Dear students, you will be able to first, understand the contribution of different scientists to develop classification system. Second, learn about 2, 3, and 5 kingdom classification systems. Let's start with contributions of scientists in developing classification systems. First scientist is Aristotle. Earliest known system of classification of organisms comes from Greek philosopher Aristotle. He classified all living organisms known at that time into plantae or in Animalia. Second scientist is Abu Usman Umer al-Jahiz. In 700s he described the characteristics of 350 species of animals in his book. Next scientist is Ibn al-Rushd. In 1172 he translated Aristotle's book De Anima, the Soul, in Arabic. Now we will discuss the work of 15th century biologists. First to come is Andreas Cézanne, having lifespan of 1519 to 1603 AD. He divided plants into 15 groups and called them genera. Next is John Ray, having lifespan of 1627 to 1705 AD. He published works on plants classification. Next one is Augustus Rivanus with lifespan of 1652 to 1723 AD. He introduced the taxon of order. Next to come in is Tournefort, having lifespan of 1656 to 1708 AD. He introduced the taxon of class and species. Lastly we will discuss Carolus Linnaeus, who was having lifespan of 1707 to 1778 AD. His major contributions are as under. First, he grouped species according to similar physical characteristics. Second, he also divided nature into 3 kingdoms: mineral, vegetable, and animal. Third, most importantly, he used 5 ranks in classification: class, order, genus, species, and variety. Fourth, he is best known for introduction of methods still used to formulate scientific name. We will discuss 2 kingdom classification system in detail now. It is the oldest system and classifies all organisms into 2 kingdoms: plantae and animalia. Organisms in plantae are autotrophs, which can prepare their own food and can store energy, while organisms in animalia are heterotrophs, which cannot prepare their own food and depends on other organisms for food. According to this system, bacteria, fungi, and algae were included in kingdom plantae. Two-kingdom system was having the following drawbacks. Firstly, many unicellular organisms like Euglena have both plant-like and animal-like characters, so they should have separate kingdom. Secondly, this system ignores the difference between organisms having prokaryotic and those having eukaryotic cells. Three-kingdom classification system. This system consists of 3 kingdoms. In 1866 Ernst Haeckel solved the first objection and proposed a 3rd kingdom, Protista, to accommodate Eugela-like organisms along with plantae and animalia. He included bacteria in kingdom Protista while fungi were still included in kingdom plantae. Three-kingdom classification system was having the following drawbacks. First, this system ignores the difference between organisms having prokaryotic and those having eukaryotic cells. Second, some biologists disagreed about the position of fungi in kingdom plantae. Following characters of fungi are different from plants. Fungi are heterotrophs and obtain their food by absorption while plants are autotrophs. Cell wall in fungi is made up of chitin while cell wall of plants is made up of cellulose. Next to discuss is 5-kingdom classification system. E. Chatton in 1937 suggested the terms of prokaryotic to describe bacteria and eukaryotic to describe animal and plant cells. In 1967 Robert Whittaker introduced 5-kingdom classification system which was based on the following points. First, the levels of cellular organization, that is prokaryotic, eukaryotic, and multicellular eukaryotic. Second, the principal mode of nutrition, that is photosynthesis, which is the preparation of food from inorganic materials like in plants and algae. Absorption, which is method of digestion of food outside the body like in fungi. Ingestion, which is digestion of food inside the body like in animals. Robert Whittaker classified the organisms into 5 kingdoms, which are Munera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia. This is the clear picture of the 5-kingdom system of Whittaker. As you can see, organisms are divided into prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Prokaryotes are part of kingdom Munera. Eukaryotes are further divided into organisms with and without cell wall. Organisms with cell wall are included into kingdom Plantae and Fungi. Organisms without cell wall are part of kingdom Protista and Animalia. Here you can also see the examples of members of each kingdom. In 1988 Margulis and Schwartz modified the 5-kingdom classification of Whittaker. They considered genetics along with cellular organization and mode of nutrition in classification. On this basis they classified the organisms into the same 5 kingdoms as proposed by Whittaker. Note down the homework. Do this neatly on your notebooks. Question 1 is write down the contributions of 4 biologists for developing classification systems. Second question is pen down the drawbacks of 2-kingdom classification system and 3-kingdom classification system. Thank you students. And best of luck.